Let's hear about the business that you end up buying. Maybe tell us what the business is called, what you do, all that fun stuff.
Yep. So the business I bought is called Western Stairlifts. If people are watching the video, you can see it on my shirt here. We install home mobility equipment like stair lifts, vertical platform lifts, in-home elevators, and a variety of other things. Although those are the three main products that we install. It's a good little business. It was pretty small. We do these installations all throughout the state of Utah. We typically are installing these products for the elderly or the disabled folks that have a hard time with their stairs, have a hard time moving within their homes. It's definitely a niche business. Not everyone needs a stair lift, but what I like about it is that when someone needs a stair lift, they truly need it. It's something that they have to have in order to live in their home. So the only other option for many of our customers is to move. And also, it really feels like we're helping people because in many cases, they rarely go into their basement or they just can't use that part of their house and it's a big burden and it's painful for them to walk up and down the stairs. And so it really feels like we're doing some good when we help these people by installing these products.
Yeah, that's great. Anytime you can feel that there's more of a mission behind it, probably gives you a little bit extra motivation on those days when you're tired. It always feels good to have a customer thank you rather than, kind of grinding them into a pulp to get the deal done. So that's great. What were some of the things initially when you found the listing that kind of drew you to the business and made you want to look further? And then ultimately move past, the point where you kind of had ended it on some of the other deals you were working on.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good question. There were obviously a number of different things I was thinking about, a number of different criteria that I had in my head, but two of the main ones were number one, I was looking for a business that was not capital intensive. Having owned vending machines, that is a very capital intensive business. You have to buy a machine, and if it's in a good location, you'll make your money back for that machine in 2, 3 years. And so I wanted a business where we could, in this case, buy a stair lift from our supplier, install it, and collect money from the customer. That obviously is a lot more than what we bought the stair lift for. So I was looking for something that wasn't capital intensive. I was also looking for something that I felt like I could really wrap my mind around. And the way that I thought about it in my own head was just a quote unquote simple business, something that was just really straightforward in terms of why the customer would need or want that product. Having worked in the software industry, I felt like a lot of the time I was trying to sell software to the customers. I had to try to convince them why they needed it. And obviously it was a decision that they had to make. It wasn't something I could make for them. And in this case, I don't have to do a lot of convincing. I don't have to convince people that they need a stair lift. They come to us because they need one. And it's a very simple, simple concept. They can't get up their stairs. And so now we're giving them a product to help them get up their stairs. And I just felt like if I could wrap my head around it quickly and easily, then I could identify ways to grow the business versus having to spend a ton of time learning the business, understanding who our customers are, what the product is. I felt like if I could skip a lot of that, then I could focus on growing the business pretty quickly.